Hello there, and welcome to my program. Thank you for watching, spending time to watch my short program about my website. My name is Ray Erden, and this is about my professional website. The site name is www.rayerden.com. Ray Erden is RAYERDEN, rayerden.com. Well, this website is basically, I tried to design it, and it's pretty still amateurish. It is in the process of being improved, but the currently still, in its original state. On the first homepage, you'll be seeing my name, Ray Erden, MA, Master of Arts in Business Economics. In my job title, I put my professional title, which has been mostly used in IT related jobs. That is Senior Data and Business Systems Analyst, and following that, Business Intelligence Analytics. That the so in summary, last close to 20 years of my total of 25 years of employment, I've been working in this area, in the data analysis area or data analytics area, mostly supporting the applications or efforts to produce business intelligence type of dashboards or reports for the executives or the management teams, whether financial, sales, marketing, management managers. And typically, I've been working with a lot of data, the large data sets in large corporations. My portfolio of the companies are basically pretty much consisted of Fortune 100 type of companies. Those are like Wells Fargo, United Health Group, National Car Rental, BASF, and like. In fact, if you go on my site, if you go to About Me section, there you're gonna be able to find the details. As I'm looking at, for some reason, I lost my internet connection. By the way, weird. I'll be looking at it later. Anyway, so kind of a short, brief background about myself. I've been living in this country now 33 years, close to 33 years. I'm originally from Turkey. I came to the United States in 1988 as a student, and after obtaining my bachelor's degree in business administration and master's degree in economics, I got married in Kansas. I went to school in college in Kansas. Got married in Kansas, and we moved to, immediately following our wedding, moved to Minnesota. So the last 25 years, we've been living in Minnesota. And out of those 25 years, and that's when I'm starting my professional history, work history, that 25 years right after graduate school. And close to 20 years of it, I've been involved with this kind of work I just described, that can be best depicted as data analytics and business analyst or systems analyst. Back home in Turkey, I completed my degree in mathematics at the University of Istanbul, and I came here to continue my education, and my goal was to get business education. So, following up this brief description about my background, I want to delve into a little more details. So, what type of data analytics, what type of jobs I had, and I had pretty much 50-50 FTE roles and also contract roles. I'm currently contracting at Wells Fargo. I'm working as excuse me. I'm working as a strategy consultant in data resiliency team. The data resiliency initiative is a very large, ambitious initiative project started sometime middle of 2020, and it appears to be it'll be continuing until the end of 2023 and sometime 2024. The plan is it should be completed. My role is there are various teams. My team is data backup and segment recovery, which we're on a daily basis involved with the various application teams, owners, database side, DBAs, and trying to understand what the challenges are in order to recover or restore data in case of disaster hits, or data corruption occurs, uh, it is by regulators, it is determined that the applications should be back and up and running within less than 4 hours. So many applications are not satisfying this criteria, so we're responsible with understanding those factors that is making it difficult for those applications to meet this criteria, and therefore, we can make sure that the applications can continue to be available even during the data recovery and restore processes. That is my current current gig. And before that, I had another contract at Mercer, which was based in Boston, and my role was I was supporting the SQL scripting to be able to prepare documentation that we were sending. They were sending to large health management companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and those kinds of companies. So those two are the most recent examples that I shared. And in general, instead of going back in history in kind of chronological order, which you can find, I'm not going to do that. You can find on my website, and you can, in fact, if you want, you can download my resume. There is a Word version of it, or you can see on the website itself in a different format. Again, same resume, same information. So I'm not going to follow that. You can see yourself if you like to. What I want to do is in a kind of more nutshell and a brief summary to best describe what I think I can do and offer to your organization. I believe my strength is not in one particular, this application, this program, this code, or this area. I'm not industry specific. I'm pretty much agnostic when it comes to being specific industry, because I work in various different industries, various different companies. The one common denominator I would like to say is, again, working with data not from the database administrator side, not from the core programmer side, although I had to deal with the code as much as I had to, and so far I've been able to survive. And but more like understanding the business needs, understanding the needs of the understanding the needs of the executives, managers, who needs data, current, up-to-date, and accurate data to be able to follow what's going on with their business. If there are any failures anywhere, any areas that are lagging, the status, weekly, daily, monthly, whatever the frequency, depending on the nature of the job, business, department, to be able to provide that information in a kind of clear, concise manner, yet still detailed enough so they can understand what the problems are, so they can delve into problems to fix them. So this has been the focus of my job so far in either FTE roles or contract, doesn't matter. This has been the focus that I've been working on. When it comes to specific, like software skills or computer skills, again, you can find all that in detail on my website under About Me in skills section. But I can give kind of, again, at a high level, I've been pretty much working with Microsoft products. Those are Excel, Access, and also the Power Query, Microsoft Power BI, SQL, using SQL, I would say sometimes extensively, sometimes less frequently, but here and there, always database structures and the relational database table structure data models coming into play. So it is essential to me to be able to understand the data model, the physical data model, the logical data model in a relational environment again, and being able to read SQL, understanding the SQL script, what that script does, or if needed, modify it, work with it, sometimes add new sections or modules to it. Working with Excel and Access VBA, a lot of customizations I had to do, a lot of custom tools and functionalities I had to add through Excel and Access. Those are pretty much summarizing, I think, my skill set. When it comes to large databases, I did work with Oracle. I did work with SQL Server. Again, I'm not an Oracle or SQL Server DBA, but that should not be confused with my skills. Yet, one example is I did work with SSIS, SQL Server Integrated System, where they were keeping all the SQL scripts which needed to be updated based upon the new business requirements. And for this, we were supposed to understand the SSIS environment, one thing. The second thing is the SQL scripts in it, which was the PL SQL, Oracle PL SQL, because they were actually run against Oracle tables and then modifying them according to the given requirements coming through business BRD documentation through Business Analyst based on various use cases, and then modifying them physically, running them, test in a test environment, making sure the SQL scripts are working correctly and everything else is looking correct, eventually deploying the code. So I did work in that sense in a SQL environment. There was times that I had to get into SQL Server database if something was not running correctly. As far as my needs go, like updating my reports, for instance, which was updating Excel reports, pulling from SQL Server, and something is off, okay, go into SQL Server and see maybe there is something, some kind of fixed need for the function supporting it, maybe modify the SQL code at that level. Not the true SQL developer or Oracle DBA realm. Similar functions in Oracle again, and I was various companies using Access database, built front-end Access databases, and linked and connected back to large databases, the backend databases, which are usually Oracle or SQL Server. So, in a nutshell, I think in a high level, it kind of covers up, my overall technical skills level and overall scope and kind of dimensions of what I think I can do. So again, I'm trying to wrap up those what I've said so far. Going back to what I just said earlier, the goal of this recording is to support when you're looking at, if you're looking at my website because you have my resume, maybe you saw it on Monster, Indeed, Dice, one of those job sites, and there is a link. You can always find that link, click on it. And when you look at my website, I try to be detailed enough to provide samples, blocks, various type of sections. And if you're listening to this, if you're watching this video, the goal is to kind of as an extension of it, kind of more like a complementing it, so to kind of tell people this is what I'm trying to do. My focus when I look for my next contract or next job, my focus is to find an opportunity as a data analyst or business systems analyst or data strategist or data governance, any of those areas, helping a business to streamline and kind of working with data sets and either supporting their reporting processes or operational procedures or establishing better strategies. Projects like the one I just mentioned, currently I'm working at Wells Fargo. Those are the typical situations. I'm not looking for anything like, for instance, Java developer, Python developer, or SQL DBA, Oracle DBA. Those are not my areas. So I try to kind of identify myself and my skills within the large world of IT and try to describe my niche. And examples that I provided on my website are, I think, sufficient enough, detailed enough to describe the kind of experiences I had, where, what year, what companies, what I did. If there was any questions, if you want to get into more detail, if you're interested in talking with me, please email me. It is www.rayerden.com. Again, my website and my email is rayerden@hotmail.com. Again, it's rayerden, one word. There's no space in between, at hotmail.com. My phone number is 612-701-6292. Again, 612-701-6292. If you have any questions, please call me, leave a message, email me. I will definitely get back to you, and we can get into detail as much as you want. And if you're still interested, we can carry on a conversation about your business and see if we have a kind of enough amount of match, sufficient amount of match, and if so, wonderful. So again, thank you very much. I appreciate for your time, for watching my my recording. Have a nice day.